Tonight, End Zone host Bill Shanks and 41 NBC's Tucker Sargent focus on the Falcons, Johnny football, and some big college matchups this weekend. Here's this week's Rant Rave.
Issue 1, let us talk about the big game, the game of the century, or at least the game of the century until there's the next game of the century. Alabama and Texas A&M. Tell you what, Tucker, this Johnny Manziel, he's getting on everybody's nerves. You know he's on Nick Saban's nerves. And I'm tempted to take Alabama because they're Alabama, and I know you love them so much. But I tell you, I think A&M might win this game because Johnny Manziel is kind of playing at a different level, and he may really be this good.
Yeah, despite all the off-field stuff, he's still as good as he was last year on the football field. But you're right, even Bo Jackson, former Auburn star, said he may even pull for Alabama this week. I'm going to go with Bo. I think Alabama's going to win. They're good, and Nick Saban always does well when he gets beat in previous years.
I'm just pulling for A&M, so if Georgia
I'm
wins
pulling
out,
for A&M, yeah, but I think Alabama's going to win.
If Georgia wins out, they'll play Texas A&M. That's what I would prefer in Atlanta in December. All right, the next game, Georgia Tech versus Duke. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, hey, you know what? This could be a big game for Georgia Tech because they have a rough little stretch of their schedule coming up. They've got to go to Duke. Ted Root going back there where he used to coach the Dukies as the new defensive coordinator for Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech's going to win this easily. Georgia Tech will face a backup quarterback for the Dukies. They'll win.
Yeah, Duke isn't as bad as they used to be, but Georgia Tech put up 70 in week 1, and it was Elon, but that just shows you how strong that offense is, and the defense is pretty good too. So
yeah, it's
Georgia Tech, yeah, they're going to win.
Yeah. All right, issue 3. Should we worry about the Falcons after their first week loss to the Saints, the dreaded enemy from New Orleans? Well, yeah, a little bit because the offensive line, it is a problem, but they've got an opportunity to bounce back against a stronger defense this week, and they really need to play well against the Rams. And, you know, Tony Gonzalez calling the team out a little bit on Twitter saying, hey, we need to protect number 2, Matt Ryan. And this may be a good thing for this team to rally, kind of like Georgia losing against Clemson in week 1, the same thing, kind of maybe it'll wake him up and be better for him down the road.
Yeah, I think that the Falcons are just as good as they were going into week 1, but that road crowd down in NOLA was just too much for them. But, yeah, they're going to be okay as they go through this season. They're going to grow up and get better.
All right, let's hope so. And we'll end our segment with the Falcons and the Rams for this weekend at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. The home opener should be a great crowd there rising up. Of course, Rams are not a bad team. Sam Bradford, the quarterback. The defense is improving. They got some new players on there. I tell you, this is going to be a tough game, but I do think that home field advantage for the Falcons, which was so strong for them last year, will be in effect on Sunday, and they'll win this football game.
It'll be another test for sure for that offensive line. The Rams racked up a few sacks last week, so Falcons better get it going. I do think they win, but I think it may be really, really close. Maybe a field goal. What do you think?
It may be a field goal, and the Falcons have done that plenty of times before. They almost did it last week, but
as long as they don't choke again inside the 5-yard.
Don't say. They've lost 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
Remember, they've lost 6 in a row with the preseason included, so they need to
get on that win train.
They do. All right, we'll see you on Friday night for high school football with the End Zone, brought to you by the Dozier Law Firm.